Welcome back to First Things First. If it weren't for the unreal ending to the Vikings-Saints game, the play we might all still be talking about would be that catch right there, made by Adam Thielen. And would you look at this? Who got up early to join us this morning on our show? Adam Thielen. Adam!
Yes.
Applause all around. First of all, congratulations. Thank you so much for being with us on the show this morning. How you feeling today?
Pretty good. I can't complain. Obviously, we're ready to get back to work, and we're sick of seeing the Minnesota Miracle. We're ready to get back to Philadelphia.
Well, great news, because we're going to talk about it for yet a little bit longer. So our guy CC was at the game. He was on the field. He came back. He described to us in vivid detail what was going on. What he wasn't was in uniform in that play when that actually happened. So if you would just enlighten us one more time at least, what was your reaction being on the field and watching that all unfold?
Well, I couldn't move. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I was pretty much in the Saints bench at the time, so they couldn't move. I couldn't move, and it was unbelievable. I still can't even really believe it, but I'm ready to get back on the field again.
So I'm going to follow up with one more about that. When you see it happen, or when the play's drawn up, I imagine it's catch it quick, get out of bounds, try to get a field goal. Did you think there was any chance at a touchdown on that play when you guys came out of the huddle?
No, not when we were coming out of the huddle. Case told us before we lined up, he said, hey, somebody's going to get a chance here. I'm going to give somebody a chance and make a play and get out of bounds. And when I saw the ball in the air, though, was when I really, felt like we had a chance to actually score because there was nobody behind Diggs, and the way that the safety missed him, I was just hoping he stayed in bounds and stayed on his feet to score, because it was pretty unbelievable. There was nobody behind him to have that guy's back.
The one thing that we felt a little bit bad about as fans watching the game was that we weren't in the locker room to just get a sense of what that celebration felt like. So can you just describe the moments afterwards when you all finally got in there, when the euphoria was just starting to settle in and kind of whirl its way up?
Yeah, I mean, to put it in perspective, I guess, all the work we put in since OTAs, training camp, all the practices through the season, all the games in the season to actually have this opportunity. I think it all kind of just came out in the locker room like, wow, the work is paying off. The GMs, the coaches, everybody's hugging each other, high-fiving, and just saying what just happened, because it all happened so fast. We really just kind of were in shock still, like I said before. But, yeah, everybody just the emotions came out, and now to have this opportunity this week, we really got to take advantage of it, because what happened last week doesn't mean anything if we don't take care of business this week.
After looking at the tape, I know Philadelphia, they're very, very impressive, Adam, from a defensive standpoint. They got a rotation, 7 defensive linemen going out. They play some man-to-man coverage on the outside, also play some zone. What do you look for as far as this matchup with this Vikings offense going against this very, very good Philadelphia Eagles defense?
Yeah, well, obviously, for me, I really focus in on the secondary. And the one thing that pops out on tape with this secondary is there's not a whole lot of times that receivers are catching the ball in space. There's a lot of contested catches, which is a lot of credit to them. It means that they're covering guys extremely well. They're extremely well coached. They're in the right spots because, like I said, there's very few times I've seen on film where guys are catching it wide open and being able to run after the catch and things like that. So we're gonna have to really come with a really good game plan and making sure that we're doing the little things to gain separation.
Adam, you mentioned contested catches, that there's not a lot of wide open windows. One thing you and your counterpart, Stephon Diggs, have been near the top of the NFL this year is those contested catches. Now, those don't happen if the quarterback throwing the ball doesn't trust you guys to make those plays. How important for your guys' success has been the symbiosis, if you will, between Case trusting you guys to go up and making a play and you guys not letting him down by going up and completing those plays?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it means a lot for Case to have trust in us, and I think that starts with practice. I think Diggs and I and all of us as receivers, skill position guys, we kind of pride ourselves on making those plays in practice so we can gain that trust in a game. And it's kind of funny because in the game, actually, Case came up to me after one of the third down catches I had, and he said, "Man, I didn't even see you. I just trusted you were going to get open," which is pretty cool as a receiver to hear, because that's what you want. You want to be given that opportunity. Every time you run a route, you run it to get open, and you want the ball in your hands. So when the quarterback has trust like that, when he can't even see you and he's throwing the ball and expecting you to make a play, it's pretty cool.
Adam, I would imagine, and I've covered Super Bowl week many times, or the conference titles weeks, and I know that the question you probably get asked more than anything is about Case Keenum, and there's a lot of media surrounding, a lot of articles and whatnot surrounding Case Keenum and Nick Foles in this one. So I have to ask you this. Not many people were on the Case Keenum bandwagon like you guys were as a team early on in the season. And you guys were out there saying, this is our guy, this is our guy. And he did nothing but go in there and help you guys win week to week. He has gotten you to the NFC Championship game right now. And I just have to ask how impressed you were with the way Case Keenum played in that playoff game last week and what you're looking forward to out of him this week.
Yeah, I think every week, me personally and as a team, I think we're more impressed each week. It's it's impressive what he's been able to do this season, stepping in for Sam and trying to be a leader and taking over this offense. And we're going to need him to keep doing those things, which we can completely trust him to do that because of the way he prepares. I mean, there's nobody. I know it's cliche to say about a quarterback that he's the first one in here and the last one out, and he prepares like nobody else, but it's the truth. This guy, I've never seen somebody memorize a game plan before the week even started, and it's just really impressive. And those are the things that make him successful. People think that we just show up on Sundays and start slinging the ball around, but they don't really see what he does throughout the week.
So you're impressed with Case as far as that you don't see that type of understanding and volume of the offense. Has that helped you guys from the offensive coordinator standpoint? He's seen how Case has played. He's got confidence in Case, and he has the whole volume of offense. All coordinators say, oh, we're going with the backup. We're going to run the same offense. But the Vikings actually are running the whole volume of offense based on what you're telling us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's allowed Coach Shermer to really do what he does. I think sometimes, as coordinators, they can get kind of pigeonholed and into certain things with having to do play a backup and things like that. But like I said, Case has done such a good job of just kind of making this offense his own. And I think he said that early on this season. He said, this is my offense now, and I'm going to make it my own and try to get it to the point where I can start making checks at the line and the coaches trust me to really open it up. And like I said, that only helps the offensive coordinator and us as players, because that gives us the ability to do a lot of things and make a lot of things look the same and be able to disguise things.
This was your first career divisional round playoff game. You've got Chris Carter, John Randall, a bunch of other all-time Vikings greats on the sidelines. Before the game, you can really feel the importance of it. Can you tell us what that was like pregame? And if you would, because CC, he won't tell me, what did he say to you after the game? Just spill it. I'll mute his mic. Just tell us both those things, please.
No, it was awesome, obviously, to see CC before the game, and after the game, it was a cool moment. Got to get a picture with my guy, and he just said he's proud of us, and us as receivers, even Diggs, not being from Minnesota, he looked up to him and the plays that he was able to make, and those are the guys that made us want to play this game and play at a high level. So it was really cool to see all those guys there, the alumni, the fans, the atmosphere that place had was just unbelievable, and everything leading up to that week with I think there was every middle school and elementary school did a Skol chant and sent it to us, so we felt the energy from around Minnesota, that's for sure.
Adam, no extra pressure, but it's very, very rare that we hear of a story like yours. No scholarship opportunities, not invited to the combine. As a little boy, you had a lot of dreams, but a lot of those dreams included playing for the team that potentially you get a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Adam, be honest with me. What would it personally mean for you? So many people have given up on you. People said you were too small. You shouldn't play offense. All those things. To be able 60 minutes from making the Vikings potentially get the team to a point where they've never ever won the Super Bowl before. Inside as a little kid, what's it feel like?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable to think about that. I think for me, honestly, just all the work I put in, all the work that this team has put in, you look back to how long ago OTAs seems and training camp and things like that. And like I said, just all that work that you put in, that's what makes it even more special and what makes it even more, even makes it a bigger game, because you don't put all that work in it. You don't do all those things. You don't go through high school and try to get into college and try to make it in the NFL. You don't do all those things to not want to win a Super Bowl. So, that's the main goal. That's the thing you always look for every season. You start the new season, and that's what you want to do. So obviously we know this is a big game and something that we've been working for and striving for a long time. So this opportunity doesn't come very often either. So we're going to try to make sure that we take advantage of that.
Well, Adam, we know you do still have more work to be done. It is 7:30 a.m. where you are. You have a full day and a couple more days until this game. We wish you the best of luck, and we thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you so much, Adam. Good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, coming up here on the show, what do the Jacksonville Jaguars have to do to upset the New England Patriots? Next on First Things First.
In the history of people being asked